What is going on, Milkshake Mafia? It's me, and I just want to take some time just to talk to you about some things that I've been thinking about over the past month or so, since all we've had time for was to think. Of course, my friend Mike is here to make sure that I stay in my right lane and that I remain okay through filming one of these. You the man, Mike? Yeah, of course, off camera, doesn't want to say shit. So, for those who don't want to listen to me ramble on about some shit that I've been thinking about recently, I will give you a few seconds to skip ahead of the video to do so. 1, 2, 3. So, between me and the people who are still watching this portion of the video, the people who skipped ahead, they grew up without a loving mother. So, fuck you. Now, let me stop. I find myself to be in a really interesting situation with what I do here. There are a lot of issues with how the system treats a lot of assault victims. Not all of them, but a good portion of them. A lot of them that have spoken to me, especially in recent times, and even people who step up and say something to me over what a person that I exposed on the channel has done to them in the past. And to me that means a lot, because you don't know me from shit. You know, all you see is some random dude that likes to drink milkshakes, just trying to do the right thing, and for you to share very personal information like that with me, someone that you literally have no history with whatsoever, truly means a lot. So in thinking about all that and coming into contact with a lot of people who haven't had justice served, there is a serious lack of empathy and sympathy in regards to the victim. I'm not just talking about child victims, I'm just talking about rape and assault victims in general. This is a very personal thing that you go through. This is your privacy being invaded upon, and for you just to come up and say something in general takes so much strength. And you've been failed multiple times because the people that you have to talk to just have to look at you objectively. You sit there and cry your eyes out to most likely a family member first or a best friend, tell them what happened, and then you gotta go ahead and you gotta talk to a police officer, and then you gotta talk to a therapist, and sometimes you gotta talk to a counselor, and you gotta talk to all these different people before you even get to see a fucking prosecutor. And a lot of the times, with the statute of limitations, by the time it gets to that point, it doesn't matter objectively. That's a big fucking problem. And it's a problem that I know I sure as fuck can't fix. But it's also a problem that I have in regards to the people related to the guys that I expose. As a lot of you know, I'm firm but very fair. If you're respectful to me, whether you be a supporter of mine or a family member of someone who I expose, and you ask me to do a simple thing for you, like take out a portion of a video, fine, did it. But even sometimes I will get a wave of disrespect from some family members or close friends or what have you, and I tried my best to be very amicable in the situation more often than not. And sometimes I fold under pressure and I would just do what they say just to get them out of my ear. And me doing that is being a part of the problem. If I'm going to continue to do that, then I need to stop doing what I'm doing, because I'm not putting a stop to this individual and the actions that he must be reprimanded for, legally of course. So with today's individual, he hasn't been featured in a video, but the screenshots were uploaded to my personal Facebook page some time ago. I spoke to him in general, and he asked me to take the post down, and I said, okay, give me a good reason why I should, then I'll do it. And he says, oh, well, I knew it was a bot account, so I was just trolling. Then he tells me this certain family member is being bombarded and harassed. Okay, prove it. So said family member comes to me, we talk a little bit, and you know, that person says their part. They were respectful to start, and I did what that person asked me to do. I took it down, and then that person had to just you know, just said something I really didn't like. But there is a lot of stress in this world, especially now. And at that time, when it was basically when all of the COVID stuff started. And I said, you know what, you're right, it's stressful. I'm sorry. Boom, post down. And now we're here today because, yes, it's a stressful time, but not just for that person, not for just this family. It's just stressful time for everybody. So I'm doing the right thing. And whether or not you support me or you don't support me, I'm going to continue to do what I do, but also stay true to myself. Now with this person, I'm not going to say their last name on camera. You'll know where they live, but I'm not going to say where they have worked. 9 times out of 10, I'm not even going to show their Facebook profile nor their Snapchat name because his first and last name is posted everywhere. So I'm going to try to condense as much of his identity out as possible because a lot of people already know about this. But Paul, unfortunately your time has come, but this isn't more so on you. This is more about the kind of conversation that I had because this was deeply disturbing. So on March 8th, which was the day that I met up with Mr. Joe Orsita at the Five Guys, a week after I went viral, I was actually planning on doing another face-to-face meet later that night with this individual. However, all that stuff was stopped because my phone was taken away, and that process of talking to the cops and everything, it just fell through. You're gonna see a long gap in between when we started talking, stopped talking, and started talking again because I lost my main phone and I got a new phone, so here we are today. Now, where I'm gonna pick this up from is our second conversation on the Scout profile because our initial one, when he first made contact with me, I don't have. And you'll see what I had to go through to try and get him to buy the fact that he's talking to a minor. So he messages me on the Scout app, hey, you want to meet up? That's when I say, I mean, do you remember how old I am? LOL. And then he says, I mean, do you want to hook up? LOL. Text me. He gives me his number. And let's just go on to the text messages. I said, hey, it's Alexi. I know you're down to hook up and stuff, but you sure you're cool with me being 13? I don't remember if I told you my age or not the first time we spoke. That's when he says, I thought you were 15, That's when I said, no, I lied to you about that too. Then he says, can I have a pic of you holding a pencil? And that's when I found a picture with my decoy holding a pencil. And just like that, damn, you're cute, LOL. Are you concerned about getting pregnant? I said, thank you. And yeah, you don't have any condoms? He says, nope, I don't use them. That's when I say, okay, well, where are you gonna finish? Definitely not inside me, dude. Send me a pic back, question mark. Then he says, are you sure? It will be sexy. I said, just in case, take me to the store to get plan B. He says, okay. I said, cool. So today I was gonna go to the movies anyways, so my parents already gave me permission to go out today. Meet me by the movie theater and we can go from there. Some subtle foreshadowing. Too bad Mr. Orsita was first in line. He says, I can't today, sorry. Maybe skip school Friday? If you did somehow got pregnant, I'd help you. Is that okay? I said, I don't know if I could pull that off on a Friday. How about tomorrow? He says, nope. I said, well then I don't know. We'll figure it out, I guess, at some point. He says, what about Thursday? I said, you aren't free during any afternoons? I just can't up and skip school wherever I choose. And of course, this is a world where there's no pandemic, so, you know, we can just go out without masks and shit. He says, I am, LOL. I said, well, what the fuck, dude? Let's meet up in the afternoon. He says, okay, cool. Might be able to meet tonight. I said, what time? Or around what time? He says, I'll text later. And then at 9:56, you awake? Want to chat? And it was at this point in time where I was sitting in the Toms River Police Department giving my statement, I believe, or driving to the police department. I don't know. Wild night. So then the next day, hey, what's up? Can you video chat around 3 or 4? Alexi, you there? Alexi, you able to chat? I'm bored. You there? Alexi? Alexi, you awake? Alexi, you there? Want to meet Thursday? What up? And then March 21st, when I bought a new phone, sorry, I just got my phone back. LOL, he says, who's this? I said, Alexi. Selfie? So what you want to do? Sent him a selfie. He says, so what you want to do? Again, I said, what do you mean by that? He says, could we video chat during the week? I said, okay, for what? He says, video chat during the week. Yeah, fuckface, you said that already. Like, hello? Why are you being mean? And then he says, kind of curious, how do you feel about pregnancy? And this is where it kind of gets a little weird, if I do recollect correctly. I said, I'm not having any fucking children anytime soon. That's for sure. Who in their right mind would want to impregnate a high school freshman? Just reinforcing the fact that she is a minor once more because it was a little bit of time before we last spoke. He says, I just thought it would be kind of cute, LOL. I said, what would be kind of cute? He says, don't get mad, but you being ellipsis pregnant. I said, what's so cute about a 13-year-old girl being pregnant? He says, well, it will make your boobs bigger. I said, well, it's not happening anytime soon. He just says, damn. I said, send me a selfie. The least I could do is try to see what the baby would look like. And he sends me this beautiful photo of him. Just, I guess, what's that, a Snuggie? I said, thanks, but yeah, I'm not mad or anything, but I'm really not entertaining any pregnancy-related stuff. He says, no. I said, huh? He says, I was kind of hoping to, you know. And then he sends the pregnant girl emoji and he says, could we talk more about it? I said, what more is there to talk about, Paul? How would your family react to you getting a 13-year-old girl pregnant? I would love to hear this. He says, I wouldn't tell them. Then I said, okay, but my parents sure would. Not like I can keep a fucking child secret. What would happen if they found out? Tell them you don't remember who the father is. The most eligible bachelor, ladies and gentlemen. I said, I have a super serious question to ask. He says, yeah, and I'm just, maybe the way I asked it wasn't the most PC, but it had to be said in that moment because I couldn't believe what the hell I was reading, and I just simply asked, are you fucking retarded? He says, no. Okay, so he's got the wherewithal to not be fucking retarded. I said, not special needs at all? He says, no. Then I said, say less, when we fucking? Just throwing it out there. He says, when quarantine ends, LOL. I said, right, LOL. Then he says, so just making sure getting you pregnant is a possibility, a maybe. I'm sure in your school, someone else is pregnant too. I said, yeah, but the decision they decide to make, not mine. Just because it's possible doesn't mean I want it to happen. Like, the fuck? He says, so it's a no-go? Darn. I said, I mean, I don't know how many times I gotta tell you no. Like, that's so stupid. Do you like the thought of impregnating a 13 or 14 or 15-year-old or something? He says, yeah, kinda. I just want a kid with you badly. You're cute and would have a cute kid. Could we at least risk it? Is your blood boiling right now? Are you cringing? Did your tummy turn just a little bit sour just now? I bet it did. I said, I don't know. He says, pretty please, kissy face emoji. I want this so badly. I said, I don't know. He says, you could always put the kid up for adoption. That would defeat the purpose of having a child in the fucking first place. He says, just saying, it would be an option. I said, if you impregnate me, I'm telling my parents myself. He says, what the fuck, why? I said, because I told you I refuse to get pregnant. Yet, you're hell bent on doing it. So with that being said, you get me pregnant, I'm telling your parents, and I'm definitely telling mine. So now what? He says, but why tell my parents? I wouldn't want them to know. I said, then don't get me pregnant. That's literally what's gonna stop me from saying anything. At this rate, you and I both know there is nothing stopping me from saying anything about any of this, so spoiler alert. Okay, fine, I really want you pregnant. It would have been so perfect. I said, fuck that. He says, I would have taken care of you, rubbed your belly. That doesn't mean I gotta use a condom. Bro, this is getting very difficult. Very difficult. No shit, Sherlock. He says, fuck condoms, I'm pulling out. That okay? I'm bored. Hey, you there? I say, yeah, why? He says, can we vid chat tomorrow? If you can't vid chat, I want to talk over the phone. What's up? I'm bored. Hey, what's up? Hey, can you chat? I want to hear your voice. Alexi, let's talk. Where you at? Call me. Boopy there. Alexi, you there? So like, how old are you again? Who this? Alexi. How old are you again? I said 13, but I lied to you and I told you I was 15, remember? I don't think I'm super interested anymore. I don't think I'm super interested anymore, he says. Okay, sorry, bye. I'm gonna leave it alone. That's when he says, I might change. Mind if I can call you in 5 minutes? I said, you good. It's best we leave each other alone. He says, oh, okay. I still want to hear your voice though. I said, you're not interested and neither am I. Goodbye, Paul. Then he says, why aren't you interested? You literally just said you weren't interested. Therefore, neither am I. I'm leaving you alone. Please don't text me again. And I promise to never text you again after this. Goodbye. Stay safe. He says, please just call me so we can talk. So, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Tall tale of the most eligible bachelor who wants to insist on impregnating a 13-year-old girl because it would be hot. So that one was very tough, but once again, Mafia, there is absolutely, positively no need to have any kind of witch hunt or bombardment or harassment of him nor his family because they're aware of it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say which side they support because at the end of the day, ignorance is bliss. If you want me to be a role model, lead by example and be the role model you want me to be. I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. I promise.
I can feel my pain again. Wish this would just stay away. I do what I can to get by. Everything is a-okay, and that's just what I'll always say. I'm just gonna sit here